Alright, so I'm going to show how to open up and disassemble this HP, let's see, where's the model? HP Envy X360M convertible, model 15m-bp111dx. Okay, so the model is right here, but it's super small, so yeah. Alright, so first what you're going to want to do, this was already missing the rubber feet, but you basically peel out the rubber feet under here. Okay, oops, sorry. So peel these out. Try and keep the adhesive if you can, because you will want to stick them back on. And then you will need a PH1 and a T5 screwdriver. So first you want to remove the PH1 screws. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Once you remove those 4, there are 3 T5 screws down here. Just remove those. Keep the screws in order because they are different sizes and shapes. You don't want to mix them up and put the wrong ones in the wrong place. Okay? Keys away. Alright, so once you get all those screws out, what you want to do, let's see here. I haven't opened this one yet, so I just took the screws out. But usually you want to get underneath here, so there's a gap in the cover, so you want to kind of get in there and then pull on that. Okay, just like that. You can use pry tools if you want. I'm just using my fingernails. All right, just go around, okay, and pull those corner edges up. All right, then I'm going to turn this sideways. Let's see here, get my fingernails under there as well. Again, you can use your pry tools, but I find this is more convenient. All right, okay, and just go along. Pry this up. It looks like this side is more difficult, so let's go towards the back now. I don't know if I can keep this in view, but alright, so I'm just using my fingernail along the back and pulling this piece away, and it popped part of the cover up. I might have to use my metal pry tool because these clips seem to be pretty strong. Alright, but let's see. Alright, so we're popping up all the clips here. Got all those sides out. Let's try and do the corner. Okay. Sorry, I'm holding it like in my lap. It's easier for me this way, but I know it's harder for you guys to see. But basically, you just go and pry the cover up all the way around. Okay, I mean, this is an awkward angle for me to try and pry this up, so I don't know if I can do this well in view of the camera. So I'm trying to hold this side of the case up while I pry up this side. Yeah, I can't do it while it's in camera. I'm gonna, let's see, since I can't, I'm gonna have to use like the metal pry tool. That would make it easier while doing this in camera, but let's see. Okay, so just keep pulling this. Already got this part of the frame up as well. So let's go around here. Yeah, this metal cover's pretty well held in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use the metal pry tool for this one. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go get the tool. I'll be back. I'm going to pause this and I'll come back. Alright, so I came back with this metal tool. We're going to pry this thing out. Okay, just lift it up. I already pried out most of this out. So we're going to have to go on these, oops, on these sides. Okay. Get the metal tool in. Okay, and then pry that corner just like that. Go on the other side, same thing. Slide the tool in sideways like this, and then you pry it up just like that. Okay. Okay, just like this, and it pops out. Okay, now we have to go to the sides and then pry these sides up. Okay. So you don't want to stick the tool too far because you can damage the internal components. Alright, so let's see here. It's, man, this cover's held on really strong. Let's see here. I mean, all of this is out already, so yeah, the only thing left are the side parts. Let's put this. Alright, just like this. You want to be careful not to stick the tool too far. It seems like when you're at the side here, kind of just find, it's kind of tough to find where the clips are, and then you just pop it up. Let me see if I can see from here. Nope. most of it's already pried up. I wonder what's holding this. There's no other clips. I took all the screws out. Let's see inside here. The keyboard can't come out. And the screen on this one, I'm not going to show it. I had to replace the hinge on it, but this, you can just pry the whole cover out. I'll do it like partially just to show you. But if you're going to do the screen, so basically here, you kind of just get your pry tool in between, and then you can pull, and I'm pushing the back cover forward. So here you can see now the screen is actually separated. I hope you can see that. But the screen is separated from this. And you basically just do that all the way around. I don't want to take it out because there is some risk to damaging the glass. So you don't want to do that unless your screen's already broken. But anyways, you would pop all the way around and then you can drop the screen forward. It is connected down there, so be careful. All right, back to removing the bottom cover. So I don't know why this bottom cover is like so difficult to pop out, but I'm just gonna go along and keep trying to pop this up. Let me see if I can see it. It's awkward holding it like to the side in front of me like this because I can't see what I'm doing. But basically do this. All right. You don't want to stick the tool too far in. Okay, the thing is popping up. There we go. Hopefully you were able to see that. I basically just put the tool in about 1 millimeter or 2, and I tried to keep it above, because if you put the tool underneath, then you can actually, if you can see the board here, you don't want to end up prying that out. Okay, so, oh, that's why it's difficult. There's clips actually in the center as well. So there we go. Let me see if I can show you where the clips are. So you got 2 clips here. These clips are kind of holding it in the center along here, and that's what makes it so difficult. So when this cover goes down, the clips actually claw forward this way into the bottom of this cover, so here. So it claws in under here. So I think the easiest way, let's see here. No, that won't work. You do have to take out the bottom and the back. And then after you get those clips out, you can kind of push it backwards while you're lifting it, and that will pop the middle clips out. Okay, so there we go. Now you can see sometimes these computers are quite a struggle to remove the covers. I am going to have to clean this dust out. It's really dusty. And we're going to replace this hard drive. It's a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive, but you can also put a M.2, it looks like. So it looks like if they wanted, they can keep both hard drives in here. It doesn't say if it's PCIe NVMe or SATA SSD. Let me get a M.2 SATA drive and see if it fits there. Usually the SATAs will work. But so yeah, the SATA will have both notches here, so you can fit the SATA one in. I don't remember which side of the connector is for PCIe. I need to get like a PCIe NVMe just to have on hand because I always forget which is which. But hopefully you can look it up if you're looking what it supports. It'll definitely work with the M.2 SATA. Alright, so you got the SD card slot here. So if you wanted to remove this, you can actually flip this latch up. Alright, just like that, and then you can grab this on the blue tab and you can lift it, wiggle it, and pull it out. Okay, just like that. And then if you want, you can replace this card. I'm going to leave that in there. I'm just going to show what's replaceable inside this computer. These are customers' computers. They aren't my computers. So if you have questions, hopefully you can find them on Google, or you can ask other people in the comment section below and see if anyone knows. But not enough people watch my videos right now for that type of community yet. But anyways, so the hard drive, we're going to take out that. And then you can lift this up. You want to be careful. Let's see. There's nothing else holding it in. Okay, so these, you kind of want to be careful lifting this out. I try and pry it from the side here to flip it up. If you have a thin pry tool, usually you can get the tool in there and then you can use that to help pry this up. But if that doesn't work, because it doesn't want to come out right now, as you can see. Let's see here. I don't see any screws holding it, so this one we usually have to pull it up. I'm going to try using this rubber because sometimes when you stretch it, it thins out the layer there that you're pulling on, but this might tear, so I don't really want to do that if I can avoid it. So let's see. Wow, this thing is stuck in here pretty strong. Let's see. There's no screws holding it in. Yeah. I'm just going to use the pry tool and do it. So I'll get the tool here, and then I'll just pry this, and it should slowly slide up. There we go. Go to the back as well. And there we go. Slowly pry it up. There we go. So this one, it's been sitting there so long, the rubber was kind of sticking to the bottom case. That's why it was kind of stuck. All right, so this piece is held down with an adhesive, it seems. So if you're going to remove it, make sure to peel the adhesive up. Okay, just like that. And then to remove this, you just pull on this piece. So what I do is I use my fingernail or pry tool here in between this slot, and then I kind of just twist it here. Let's see if I can do that. Wow, this one's holding too. Why is this thing, everything is so difficult to remove? All right. If you have a flat, thin pry tool like this, you can also get that in between the slot here. And then you can, let me see here, and then you can give it a twist. And that should also pop it out, just like that. Just pop it a tiny bit, and then go to the other side. There we go. Once you pop it out a little bit on both sides, you should be able to pull this out by hand. Be careful not to grab this cable because you can damage it. All right, so I'm just going to kind of carefully pull this connector off and wiggle it. All right, just like that. Okay, so I don't know why this thing, everything is stuck in there so tight, but anyways, you can pull this rubber piece off. Okay, and there you go. So you can transfer this over to the new hard drive. You don't really need this metal film stuff on the new hard drive, but you can put it if you want. All right, so if you're putting another regular hard drive, it might help. I don't know why they have it. Maybe it's to help with heat transfer, or if there's, oh, I see. They put this black plastic stuff on the other side that doesn't conduct electricity to prevent this board from shorting or something, but if you're using an SSD, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Got the battery here. The battery is LK03XL. Let me show you how to remove it. You just take out the screws. So there's 5 screws. All right, there's 2 on the sides up here. Hopefully you can see everything. And then there's 3 along the bottom side, okay? Again, keep the screws in order. You don't want to get them all mixed up. I'm not going to show how to remove everything on this one. I'm just going to point out what there is. If you want to see how to remove certain connectors and things, I have other videos showing that kind of stuff. It looks like there is a 3rd screw here as well. Right? It's kind of difficult recording with my camera overhead because I can't see at the proper angles that I need to. But anyways, once you remove those 3, just go on the bottom, lift and wiggle this. Oh, actually there's another screw here, it seems. Okay, sorry about that. 4 up top and 3 on the bottom. I'm not missing any, right? Nope. All right, now you can lift up from under these plastic pieces and it'll pop out just like that. All right, so there we go. You got the touchpad connector here. Comes out just like the SD card connector that I took out. You got the keyboard connector, same thing. The keyboard is held in place with melted plastic, so if you need to replace the keyboard, for most people, you'd be better off replacing the whole keyboard palm rest, but you have to take the whole motherboard and everything out. Got the keyboard backlight connector here. CPU is soldered to the board. Got the fan here. It looks like there's just 2 screws here holding it down. And the fan connector here, if you want to remove it, you just go on the side of this, and I just kind of wiggle. So you just keep wiggling it as you pull, and it pops out. You don't want to just yank straight back. Okay, just like that. You got the LCD LVDS cable connector. If you're going to disconnect this, make sure after removing the battery and unplugging it that you open the screen slightly and then press and hold the power button for about 10 to 15 seconds. You don't really need to press and hold the power button for changing anything else in the keyboard or in the computer, but it's a good practice if you don't know what you're doing and you might accidentally drop something on here. All right. Then you got this connector, I believe is for the speakers. It comes out just like the fan connector. You got this, I think is for the webcam and the microphones. The wireless card is underneath here. So if you do need to take this out, it looks like you will have to remove the whole motherboard. The antennas come out, you just pop up on the tail. Don't try and pry from the top of it. You want to pry from, you just pull the tail up and it will disconnect at an angle like that. When you put it back, you just line it up and push it down. I got videos showing that on almost every other laptop computer I work on. And then you got the DC jack here. It comes out also like the fan connector. The DC jack, it doesn't look like it's okay. The hinge is actually on top of it, so you will have to take this fan out. There's two screws, or not the fan, the speaker out. Take the two screws out, lift it up, and then undo all the hinge screws and open the hinge to get the charge port out. So you can change the charge port. It's just you have to take the speaker out, take the screws out underneath here, and then you have to, what I do to open the hinge is I open it slightly, and then I take all the screws out, and then I push the hinge, or the screen, the palm rest back down. That way the hinge stays up, and then you can open it all the way. And oh, last thing is the RAM here. So if you need to change the RAM, there's this metal cover on top. So I just use my fingernail or pry tools underneath, right? Just like that, underneath this metal piece. Hopefully you can actually see what I'm doing. But just go underneath like that, lift it up on all the sides, and then you can flip this out of the way. Looks like one stick of the RAM is soldered to the board, so you can only change one of the sticks of RAM. You just pull these two metal brackets to the side. The RAM will come out like that, and you got this. This is an 8 gig PC4 2666V. So if you want, they do sell 16 gig sticks of this, so you can get a 16 gig PC4 2666V stick of RAM. I don't know what's in here. I think it's an 8 gig, so it's probably 16 gigs of RAM total. Most people wouldn't need anywhere near that much RAM, so if you were to put a 16 gig, I don't think you'll see any change at all in your usage. At least for most people, like 99.99% of people won't really see any change. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe because that'll help others find this video. Thank you for watching. Yes, this one is pretty tough to get the clips out, so keep that in mind. It's not going to be easy, and you will need some strong, stiff metal pry tools, or if you have plastic ones, you can try that. But there's a good chance you're just going to end up snapping all your plastic pry tools, because I tried, and my nails got somewhat chewed up. But yeah, alright, so again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!